Okay, I finally decided that I wanted to make this video because I think it's one that is very necessary for YouTube. So you know how there are always these sketchbook tour videos, like you have an artist who draws in a book and when it's filled they show it on camera, they flip through. And what I wanted to do with you today is like an honest sketchbook review or an honest sketchbook flip through. Not that the other sketchbook are not honest or something, but a lot of the time I get the opinion that those are more drawing books that they have. They are like planned drawing books. For me, a sketchbook is something that you have with you. You have experiments in them. Sometimes you have perfectly good drawings, and there are also stuff that you mess up, but it has to stay in the book because it is bound together. Or you have the spark of an idea and you just want to write it down. So very often, if you see those flip-through videos, I get more the feeling that they are sketches to prepare, for example, a bigger drawing or a bigger painting, but they are still planned drawings. Why is the ventilation of my laptop on? I haven't even started OBS yet. But anyway, I have chosen two books. I have the same problem as a lot of artists do, because I think that's something that we have all in common. I have tons of different sketchbooks, and I work in them all at more or less the same time. I have one bigger sketchbook, which is for me like the drawing book I was telling you about, like I plan to draw in it. And then I have this one which I'm currently working in the most and which is also filled in the most so far. So I'm just missing this little bit. And I'm currently using it every time I have to take notes or something. So I think, although I chose those two, I'm going to take this one for this video today, and maybe another time I'm going to show you this one as well. And this is not as full, so I have to make this one, it's a little bit over half full. So with this one I have been working from, I think, 2014 or something. Let's just show you, okay? And remember, this is an honest sketchbook flip through. Notes that have been taken in class, all the stuff. Be prepared if there are jump cuts in this video. It might be that I have to cut out the one or the other page because it has a little bit of sexual content on it that I don't necessarily want to show on YouTube. I don't know exactly what's in there, but it might happen. So, come with me. Okay, let's hope that my sound and my video is synchronized. You can see my work process, isn't that nice? Come with me into my sketchbook. I am already afraid that the very first drawing is going to be very sexy. Yeah, the very first drawing is already a sexy one. Let's just jump over those two. La 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 la. And let's start with a drawing that is very much under 18. I don't care. Have a cup of coffee with me? Like, usually nobody's going to see your sketchbook, so you can draw something naughty if you wanted to. Experiment to draw a whole demon. This is where you can clearly see that I did this in 2014. I was drawing much more figures than I do now. They were still much more alive and cartoony. Oh, again, it's the title of the drawing, Stachelschwein-Dilemma. Sketches I was looking for. I never made the drawing. It's a subject that comes back to me always again, the shackles and the scars. But I have one that I have hanging on my wall, also with a scar that went quite well. Ooh, these are notes for my second year film I made. You can find it here on YouTube. I'm going to leave a link in the description box below. So with an anthropomorphic zebra. You can see the first sketches, yes! That's why I exactly know that's from 2014, because the project started in 2014 and I finished it in February 2015, yes. So you have the scenes that I wanted to add, I have some notes, some text that I had in my head. And this was like the very first drawing I did for the movie. So these are also scenes that are in the film. You have the zebra, which is the main character, Elise. I think I called her Elise. So this is where she takes the train. This is her mother serving coffee for breakfast, and there was a stupid scene I wanted to add with her little brother, picking his nose with his tongue. Some more sketches I did. When she's scolding him because he was picking his nose while he was at breakfast. There's the breakfast scene with all the characters. We have the father reading the newspaper. Also a scene that's exactly like this in the movie. I really recommend you look at these drawings that I did here and just go to the video, look at the film. This is a scene that never made it into the movie. It's like when she's in the cantina and her family are all zebras, and but they are all black and white anthropomorphic zebras, and she's like the rainbow colored zebra. It's a little bit of an LGBT subject. That doesn't necessarily have to be LGBT, but the rainbow is quite obvious. And all the other ones are just normal humans. Some dates I have to give in, like I have deadlines marked in my sketchbook. Also a very good thing. Oh yeah, this was notes for my for a workshop I had. Pen that didn't work right. Again, notes of my class. Very often I was sketching in my sketchbook during class, and then I just had to scribble in what they said if it was interesting or if I think that I could need it. This was like these were zombie sketches I made for a friend of mine, but he's writing on a pen and paper game, and he's come quite far since then, so he has to do this besides his studies. Oh, some more horses. Like there's Kathleen Baker and Colette Fairchild. It's like 4 years ago that I drew them, and I still know their names. I haven't drawn them for a while. Some conversations they are having. Oh, yeah, I can leave this in. This is sexy but not naughty thingy. Again, some notes from class. Anyway, let's move on. La 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 la. Oh, we're back at Elise again. Her posing for the breakfast table. These are actually neat drawings for a sketchbook. They are very clean. They are very well executed. These are like pages that you would want to show. Drawings are clean, they are well executed. I think I even colored this one in digitally, so you can scan them and just have fun with them, continue working on them. Oh yeah, we have the parents, father and the mother. Oh, she had earrings in the not animated version. Also, Little Flower and Rose. Her name's Little Flower, like Blümchen. It's also a drawing I scanned in and colored in. You can find it on Fur Affinity, colored. Some more scenes that didn't make it in the movie. This one is in the movie, when she's looking at herself in the mirror and asking herself what she is exactly. Ah, this is one of those pages you don't want to show. Like me trying to make a POV of her looking down at her feet. Some experimenting. Also something that didn't made it into the movie. She was looking at some zebras in the zoo. This is what happens when you film a video when you're sick. You have to cut out the running nose. Jonathan James, the most English name that I had in my head. He's a grey dapple horse. He's like very gentlemanly, but deep inside he's just always chasing women. Like the image and what he actually does. This is very interesting because this is when I prepared her for the animation. So I decided to decided how many stripes she's going to have where. Like I had 2 on the upper arm, 2 on the lower arm, 1 on the elbow. This is my design for her stripes, that in every shot, like, I don't get a continuity problem. I have to have in every shot the same type of stripes. And again, Kathleen Baker. Oh, here are the names. Kathleen Baker, Jonathan James, they are buddies, they are working together. This is Amy Glendale, this is Kathleen's girlfriend. She's a fjord horse. I really like Amy. I think this one is also colored somewhere on Furfinity. So even this little bit more rough sketches, you can just scan them in and just go with it, color them. Some more research for the animation. You can already see how I'm breaking her down. She's getting more simple. I have a lot of ear animation, like this wiggling of the ears when they have some emotion going on. The cat is also from the film. There's one scene with a cat in her bedroom. Cinema scene, never made it into the movie. Also something that I tried that didn't work out the way I wanted to have it. It's supposed to be a lordly lion. I think this is the time where I stopped working regularly in this book. There was a time in my studies where I was not sick of drawing, but when you have to do it all the time for your studies and for your job, your motivation goes a little bit down the drain. You do it less just for pleasure. That's something, for example, which I have been trying for the last year or 2 years to get that back for me. And slowly it's working. Another project I was working on, like, Maultaschen, it's like a Swabian ravioli. A friend of mine was making a movie about Swabian culture, and I was animating these little guys for her. Oh, these were sketches for my team members. I had a team working with me on my second year film, the film with the zebra, and I wanted to have them as their favorite animal portrayed in the credits. So we have Maike Katrin Stein, which was my composer. She made my music for the film. Then we have Volker Armbruster, which was the sound designer. So he made the nice hoof noises and all the stuff. Pretty cool. We have Maximilian Höhnle, which was my producer for the film. Myself. I'm always a lion, and I always draw myself with those dots in my face. Oh, here the project is gone. Like all the blacksmith subject. That was the time where I was fascinated by drawing men with beards and drawing bad eyes. really not well done, the eyes. Just wanted to have these harsh faces with beards. Stuff I was trying out. I think I was drawing for D&D campaigns as well again. Some quotes I was making notes of. Oh, this is Alice in Wonderland, Through the Looking Glass and all the stuff. Okay. Oh, this one is one I know by heart. The one with the white and the black cat. Sketches for a ballerina. Some notes. I was discussing some t-shirt designs. This was a sketch I had to make. There's again the ballerina on a war machine, like on a tank. I think this was supposed to become Jonathan James again. You can also see that there's the color of the ballerina is going over to the other side. Again, the t-shirt designs, the tree, the ballerina, the dove, the peace dove. This one nearly became a painting. This sketches for a fan art with Willow and Tara, the Tabula Rasa episode. where she uses these spells for her girlfriend to forget that they had a fight and all stuff instead of talking to each other. I know that this is lying somewhere in half-finished watercolor, and I still have to finish it. I still have it. I haven't discarded it. But you can probably it's like there from 2015 and I haven't finished it. Some sketches for she uses this special herb to make this memory spell, and then there's this wanted to have some smoke billowing up. It's like tests of the design, so like I wanted to have the smoke similar to the design of the plants. Wanted to make a cyber furry, didn't work out. Oh, self-portrait. This can only be me. Some chicken I was drawing, but I don't know for what. I would say by the looks of it, I was planning to make some animation with it, but I never did. Some small figure designs, also for animation, I would say. Also, never did. Oh yeah, the design went quite far. Like very simple figures. Oh yeah, this needs a little bit of explanation. We had a animation production class with David Mars, and he was just drawing this story about a knight and a dragon and a damsel in distress onto the chalkboard. And I was just drawing the way he drew. So like I was just sketching the way he sketched on this board because I thought that it would be a very, very cool comic style to draw in this messy, crappy. Maybe I'm going to retake this. Oh yeah, my mother. Like you have the maiden, the mother, and the crow, and I always depicted them as deers and antelopes. So this is the mother. A little bear for animation again. Oh god, a very, very bad pony design for animation. Never used it, never continued with anything of this. So bad. Don't like it. Usual warhorse sketches. I really like. If I want to draw horses and I don't know what, it's either one of my characters that I have since years or a warhorse. Might even be that this is Cortana, the horse of a friend of mine. Some sketches that went bonkers again. This is the text I just wrote like 4 months ago for the Camp Nano. I was somewhere on my way and I wanted to make some words for the Nano for my update, and I just wrote them into here. Recent sketches for the live drawing of Floos for Smosh Mosh and Nagmary. You can also see the videos, the time lapses of these two. I think they are some of the most recent videos I have on YouTube. Stuff I was trying that didn't work out. Some notes on the paper and on the sizes of these. Some experiment when I started watching Peter Draws. This is why you have sketchbooks. You just try out things. Sketch for a drawing I actually made later on. Like this, I had a friend I wanted to like this. I had a friend I wanted to portray, and she was asking me how she needs to pose, and I was just drawing her this in like 2 minutes. Again, trying out some of the Peter Draws things. If you don't know him, he's a YouTuber. Just look up Peter Draws. Makes cool stuff. Cool guy. This was a project I applied to, but they didn't want to have my project. Was for an art exhibition in Luxembourg, but they didn't want to have me. So you have to apply to many shows to get some. Oh, again, the posing. Oh, some ideas for t-shirt designs or designs for exhibitions in cafes. And This is the sketch of the coffee fox I actually have as a t-shirt design on Redbubble. Like on Redbubble he already had a cookie and a fluffy tail and all the stuff. You can just find all the links of my shops and all my galleries and stuff down below. Sketches, recent sketches of a drawing I wanted to make. I never made it. Maybe I will. And some notes for cartoony animation. And I think, this is the end. Yeah. This is what I drew like 5 or 6 days ago. It's like bones breaking apart. I want to make a whole big drawing of it. Like, if some of you watch me on Twitch, I recently made some cell drawings, like really blood cells in close-up microscopic version. And I wanted also to have this breaking bone and then make like this ooey gooey texture inside as like a femur. Yeah, we will see. And I bet with you, like every good sketchbook, I will have something written on the back on the last pages. And I have project notes, things I have to do, things I have to remember, notes from my class, films I have to watch, those things. And this is the material I can still use. And I think the way I'm using this sketchbook this year, I'm going to finish it this year. So I don't know how interesting this was for you to see, but I thought it was very necessary to show you how a sketchbook looks like if you really just use it to work on a whim. It's like nothing is really planned in this book. Just comes and goes. Sometimes it's a notebook, sometimes it's a sketchbook, sometimes it's a drawing book. Sometimes the sketches are rough, sometimes they are more detailed. Sometimes they are really, really well done because you have to try something out before you make the main drawing. But actually a sketchbook is something where you can be messy. Don't feel pressured just because you see all those neat sketchbook tours here on YouTube to work the same way. If you want to have a book and you want to plan what you draw inside or what type of drawing, like you can have a sketchbook for pencil, one for ink, one for color, do that. You can do that. But please, 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 don't hold yourself back to draw something in your sketchbook because you're worried it's going to mess up your book. That's what a sketchbook is for. You can play around, you can draw stuff that nobody else is ever going to see. Like I showed you, like I didn't show you some of the pages because I drew it for myself. You can do the same thing. If you plan on doing a sketchbook tour with a sketchbook, just leave out the pages you don't want to show, which are private. Or just don't show your sketchbook at all. This is your book and you can do whatever you want with it. You don't have to adhere to other people's perception of what a sketchbook should look like. Thank you for watching this video and I hope to see you again soon. Bye!